with Avondale Ladies Club champion Cara Williams. I've had the pleasure of watching Cara grow up and develop into an elite golfer. Remember this name, as I'm quite certain that once she has had her final year of school out the way, we're going to see a lot of Cara's name in the headlines. Hi Cara.
Hello.
You've just competed in the New South Wales Amateur, finishing a very respectable 32. Unfortunately, only 16 make it through to the match play. But there is a bright side. You've had more time to practice for this week.
Yes.
Tell me, Cara, what did winning the club championships mean to you?
It meant a lot. I was very nervous going into the week, so it was nice to be able to go out there and back myself and come away with a win. I got a big confidence boost out of that week. So.
Fantastic. Can you give our subscribers an idea of what you do to prepare for a tournament like the Avondale Amateur?
I have a lot of swing checkups with my coach Mark Patterson, and then it's all about short game and getting used to the different types of grass, especially the rough around here is very thick at the moment, so doing a lot of practice out of that.
It is. For budding golfers out there, can you tell us a bit about your general practice regime?
Well, during school hours it's a bit tough to go to the range, so I tend to do a lot of in the mirror drills and work, and then when I have time I'll head to the range and go out on course.
And how often would that be? How many hours a week do you think during school time, because let's face it, that's the hardest time to get to the range, how many hours a week do you think you'd put into on the range?
Actually hitting balls probably about 2 or 3.
And then the putting green?
Putting's more, probably about 5 or 6 hours.
That's great. What about fitness? Do you work out, have a personal trainer, or do any specific golf exercises?
Yeah, I have an individualised program with the people out of Precision Athletica. So I complete that 3 times a week, once with the high performance squad. So it's nice to work in a bit of a team environment. The exercises we do is pretty much straight just with golf. A lot of strength work, straight from the golf swing, so you can easily transfer it into your swing, which is very helpful.
Okay. So when you say straight from the golf swing, is that like replicating movements that are in your actual golf swing in the gym? Okay. You need to give me a few tips afterwards. There's a lot of buzz about mental side of the game. I know that you are pretty tough mentally. Do you have a mental coach, and if so, what things do you work on?
Yeah, I do have a mental coach. What we've been working on lately is just boosting self-confidence and becoming a bit more positive around the golf course and not reacting straight away to a scenario with negative. So it's a good way to stop yourself from being so negative, just realising you're doing it and then changing your habits straight away.
Good. A lot of people think golf really isn't exercise, but I know if I don't keep hydrated and keep my blood sugar levels up, I don't play the back 6 very well. Well, that's my excuse anyway. Can you give us any tips on what you've learnt about nutrition and golf?
One major thing I learnt is if you're thirsty, that means you're already dehydrated. So you have to make sure you're sipping on water, Hydrolyte, Powerade, any of those before you get thirsty, and making sure you drink at least a bottle of water per 3 holes, especially in this kind of heat. And with food, keeping just snacking going around the course to keep your energy levels up a lot.
If you could choose to be any golfer, male or female, any era, who would it be and why?
Probably Tiger Woods. Not to be cliche, but just everything he's gone through, mental toughness, he has so much of it. To go through all those injuries and bounce back and win, that's something you can't ask for. That's amazing.
To give us a goal, can you tell me how many putts would you average in a round?
About 32, something I really need to work on.
Okay. What about greens and regulation?
14 greens.
That's great. To be a scratch golfer, how many birdies do you think we should be aiming for?
Probably about 3 or 4 around.
What's your best score and how did it feel?
Best score was 3 under. That was at Shrixon International last year. It felt really good. It was during a time of not playing such great golf, so it was a nice little confidence booster.
And what's your goal for this week, the Avondale Amateur?
Top 10 finish. That'd be very nice around your home track, but tough competition, so I won't be too hard on myself. Just go out and play some good golf.
Have you got anybody on the bag?
Yeah, Dad.
Fantastic. Cara, it's been great catching up. Thanks for taking the time off the range to speak to me. Best of luck for next week. That's it, folks. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, subscribe below to get updates of all Avondale AM insights, which will include player interviews and live footage from the tournament play. Goodbye, good health and good golf.